We are back. Justin Scali back with you once again. We are into the second round of the Pro Series playoffs. The 8 bowlers that got a first from Bayern now jumping in. So our first matchup here, we have the number 6 seed, Shawn Baker, against the number 22 seed, Nate Lees. Nate coming in off of his upset victory over the number 11 seed, Gacharna. The second match of this pair will be Jeff Surette and Steve Renaud Jr., who just came off of a 12-box sudden death tiebreaker roll-off against Josh Daley. As Nate, looking at the 3-6-10, gets a lucky bounce there. And Baker gets his 10. Oh, excuse me, Baker gets a spare. That was the second ball. Off to the left, drops 3. Now Baker drops 6. So Nate's looking at that cluster of 6 on the right on the 7 pin. Goes outside. Still has 4 left. Baker gets everything but the 6. Nate gets 3 for the $9. And Baker checks out for his 10. I was right the first time. That was only a 10 box for Baker. So Shawn Baker at 20 through 2. Nate's at 22 through 2. And Nate leads off to the left. Half Worcester left. Off to the right, drop 6. Got the 1, 2, 9, and 10. And trying to go outside there, puts it in the hole. Oh, Baker off to the right. Leaves 3. So Nate only gets 3 there for 4 there for disappointing 6 box. Baker chops out the head pin for an 8. So we're tied after 3, 28 apiece. We got Craig Holbrook and Keith Beaupre as one matchup over on Flames 15 and 16, along with Joey Lister and Matt Nichols. As Nate drops 7. Baker only takes out 3, the 1, 5, and the 9. He's got the spread eagle plus the 8. That thing's so full that the head pin stayed on the deck. He plucks out just the 3 there. Baker only snags 2. Not much in the way of action at this point. Nate only takes 8. Baker with 8 of his own. So 36 apiece through 4. Over to my right, we got Nick Zeffalato and Bob Wickham on 21 and 22, along with Corey Packard and Dave Godwin. Nate a little full. He's got the spread eagle minus the 2. Got a piece of wood frozen on the 4. That should help out a little bit. Meanwhile, Baker off to the left gets a lucky break. Leaves just the 3 and the 5. Nate trying to shoot it over, and he's got it. The wood helped out perfectly as Baker matches with a spare of his own. Nate cut the 3 into the wood, which took out the 4-7. So 46 apiece at the half. Meanwhile, in our second matchup here on 19 and 20, we've got Steve Renaud Jr. on lane 20 and the defending playoff champion Jeff Surette on 19. Both bowlers drop 6. Renaud looking at the 3, 5, 7, and 10. Went out in front. Don't think he's going to play it though. Shows you what I know. He plays it and almost makes it. Brett's got the diamond, just misses to the right. And Renaud will only with a 9 box. Surette with a 9 as well, so matching 9s to start. Renaud coming to us from Saugus. Pulling out of Central Park Lanes in East Boston. Jeff, a native of Tewksbury, comes to us from Danvers. He bowls out of the Woburn Bowlodrome. And Renaud gets the 10 pin to fall late. Surette not so lucky. And Renaud got the 2-4-7 with a piece out in front, cleans it up. Surette's got that plus the 6. Goes left, leaves the 2. And Surette with the 10. So he's at 19 through 2. Renaud is as well, but he's got to fill. Over on lanes 23 and 24 in the second round, we've got the 8th seed, Richie Myrick, against the 9th seed, Timmy Douglas. Waiting in the wings there are Dave Barber and John Winchell. And Renaud off to the left takes the 1. He'll take 7. He's got the 1, 3, and 10 left. Surette a little full, only takes down 5. Got the 3, 6, 10 on the right, 4, 7 on the left. And Renaud only with 1. And Jeff will look to cut it over. Only gets the 3-10. And Renaud chops 9. He's at 35 through 3. Oops. Surette gets a good bounce there for the 10. He's at 29 through 3, so Steve Renaud Jr. with an early 6-pin lead, 3 boxes in. Once again, this is a 2-string match. These are all 2-string matches today. Renaud drops 8. He's got the 7 and 10. And Surette's got the spread eagle. Looking to go down. Oh, he's going to go on the right side. Trying to get a bounce off the wall and no dice. Surette only gets 2. Renaud gets the 10. And Surette chops out just the 6 for a disappointing 7 box. So 1 box to go in the first half. Steve Renaud Jr. with a 45 to 36 lead. And Renaud back full. 6, 7, 10 with some wood. And Surette back in the pocket, but it's got the diamond left. So we could help him out. I think he wants to go by the 10 there. Goes at the 6, almost gets it to go. Everything just goes behind the 7. And Surette gets everything but the 4. Renaud cleans up with for a 55 half. He will have the lead through 5 boxes. And Surette gets the 10 of his own. He's at 46. 5 boxes in, that's how things look. The first match gets back up. We get back up. Both bowlers tie here at 46 with fills. Justin Scali here from Timberlanes in Abington, Massachusetts, as part of Spread Eagle Productions' coverage of the Pro Series playoffs. A little bonus coverage here for you, as I believe Bob Lee, Dave Chestercope, and Paul Grant are all live streaming as I speak. Shawn Baker drops 6. He's got the 6, 7, 9, 10 with a piece of wood over on the left. And Baker with a beautiful shot. Shoots that 6-pin over perfectly. Nate's got half Webster left meanwhile. Only gets a 2 in the corner. So with those fills, Baker's going to take the lead. Nate with an 8. He's at 56 through 6, but Baker's at 62 in a ball. Thanks. That's fine. So Shawn Baker with a 6-pin lead, plus this fill, which is 7. Get the 2-5-7 with a favorable piece of wooden back. Nate back in the pocket, crosses over, leaves just the 6. So Shawn Baker with a 69-56 lead through 6 boxes. And Baker just slides by. Nate looking to take advantage, and he does. It's a 6-pin right in the face. And Baker gets 10. So Baker sits at 79 through 7. Lee's at 66 in the ball. So good fill should get this back under 10. Baker buries it on the 1-2. And both the 5 and 8 are wobbling. The 5 falls, but not the direction he'd want. He drops 9, however. Nate off to the right, gets a favorable break. He's got the 1, 2, and 4, 7 fill. And that wood should not be a problem. If anything, it may help him out. And Baker picks it up. 3 marks in his last 4 boxes. The wood was a factor. Knocks the ball right around the 4-pin. And he gets the 10. So Shawn Baker's at 89 through 8 plus the ball. Nate Lee's 83. Baker back in the pocket. 8-pin goes and the 7-pin goes. Gets the. It's a 9 fill. Nate right through the middle. He drops 6. He's got the 2, 4, 7, and 10. Baker with a 5-pin with a plank, and he's got it. Went up high on the wood, drove it home. 2 marks in a row for Shawn Baker. 4 marks in his last 5 boxes. Nate just slides by the 2, only gets the 2 in the corner. Puts through the hole for an 8 box. So he sits at 91 through 9. Now Shawn Baker at 108 in the ball. 17-pin lead plus the fill. early on. This is shaping up like the Packard-Fuller match last round. Baker buries it in the 1-3, drops 9. That puts him at 117 through 9. He's just got the 10 pin to look at. 8 off to the left, drops 7. Gets the 3 pin to fall 8. He's got the 1, 6, and 10. And Baker gets the 10 pin, 3 marks in a row. With behind the head pin may be a problem. We'll never know because he didn't hit it. He's got the 1 and 10 left. So Nate with a 9. He ends the first string of the disappointing 100. Baker's sitting at 127 and a ball. Looks to build up his lead heading into the second string. And that will certainly do the trick. It's a 7 fill. So Shawn Baker starts off this second round match with 134. 82 back half to close things out. Meanwhile, Surette drops 5 off a 2-pin hit. Renaud does as well. Steve Renaud with a 55-46 lead. Into the back half of string 1. Surette goes a little full there on the head pin. Gets everything but the 3. And Renaud caps that piece of wood in the middle there and gets nothing as they spray around. Surette gets the 10. And Renaud with a 9. So Jeff will trim 1 pin off. Jeff got 10, yeah. So 64-56 lead for Steve Renaud Jr. Surette with the 4, 5, and 7 as Renaud gets a great break off the 2-pin. Drops 9, has just the 10 pin with looks like 2 pieces of wood in front. Surette goes left. And Renaud cannot take advantage of that gift and misses it off to the left. Surette gets the 10. And Renaud as well. So the lead remains at 8 for Steve Renaud Jr., 74-66. Saw Nick Zeffalato make a nice 7-10 shot there over on 21. He's got an early 16-pin lead in his match in their first string. Surette only gets the triangle in the corner. Renaud living on that 2-pin again. He's got the 1 and the 8. No, excuse me, the 1 and the 10 as he drops 8. Surette gets a little closer, but still has the horseman left. Renaud a little full on the head pin. Just has the 10 left. And Surette gets 3 of the 4 horsemen for a $9. Renaud only gets the 9 as that piece of wood on the gutter knocked everything around it. So, again, no change in the spread. 8-pin lead for Steve Renaud Jr., 83-75. Surette through the middle. He drops 7. Renaud back in the pocket, drops 9. He's got the 7 with 2 pieces out in front. Should be able to just go right the stripe on the left there and drive it back. Meanwhile, Surette's got the 4-8-10. Oh, get something to head over, but does not get the 10. Renaud missed his spot and gets nothing. Surette gets the 10. Renaud with a 9. So Jeff cuts 1 pin off. Still only 7. Needless to say that even at 85, Surette is fortunate to only be down 7. And Surette goes right to the middle again, square eagle. Renaud also goes to the middle, but he gets the 4 and the 7 to carry as well. Got a very sharply angled piece of wood there in front of the 2. As Surette gets 4 of the 6. Renaud looking to slide it over. Gets it on the wrong side of the 2. He'll have 3 left to shoot at. Surette gets the sticks for a no mark 95. And Steve Renaud Jr. matches Nate Lee's 100 string, but he'll have a 5-pin lead as we head to string 2.
That's the TV show attracted a lot of attention. And they gave
Baker off to the Baker in the pocket. Leaves a cluster of 5 on the right and a 7-pin. Nate only takes out 3. Just to recap, Shawn Baker with a 34-pin lead after string 1 in this match, 134 to 100. As he ran off quite the back half on lane 20. With an 82 back half. 5 marks in his last 6 boxes. Disappointing start though, only a 7. And Nate grabs the 2 in the corner for an 8, so he'll chop 1 off the lead early. 8-7 to start things off. This is how things look after the first. And Baker back in the 1-2. Drops 9, leaves a 7-pin with a piece of wood that can serve as a little bit of a guide, not going to be a hindrance. Nate's got the 2-4-7. Wood in the back shouldn't be an issue. And Baker clips the left end of the wood and gets the 7-pin for the spare. And Nate leaves the 2. Only $9 there for Nate Lee, so we're tied in the string at 17 apiece. The overall lead remains 34 plus the fill. Make a little full, but drops 7. Nate also drops 7. He's got the 2-4 and the 6. Baker looking at the 2-4-7. He's got it. 2 in a row for Shawn Baker. And Nate trying to play it off the wall, but gets not. This is the front one. He gets the 2 there for 9, so he's at 26 through 3. Baker 34 and a ball. Meanwhile, over on 21 and 22. Looks like Corey Packard is going to take the lead after the first against Dave Godwin. He's a He's up 15 plus a strike, Phil. And only two Phil for Baker, so that puts him at 36 through 3. He takes out just the 2-4. Nate looking to take advantage. That was a much better first ball. Drops 9, leaves the 4 with a nice plank in front of it. Baker off to the right, leaves 2. Yep, Nate takes advantage of the leave, and he's got it. Gonna need a few more of those. So Baker with an 8. He's at 44 through 4. Nate leaves 36 in the ball. Shawn Baker currently with a 42-pin lead, minus whatever Nate gets on this fill. Looks like over on 15 and 16. Looks like Matt Nichols off to the early lead against Joey Lister. 134 to 109. As Baker drops 6. Nate, 7 on the fill, but he's got the 6, 7, and 10 to look at. Corey Packard with a 135, the 99 lead after the first string in his match against Dave Godwin. Baker has just the 10-pin left. Nate trying to play the wood there. And he gets nothing. Baker checks out for the 10, so he's got a 54.5 here in string 2. Nate leads with an 8. He's at 51. So Baker's got the lead up to 37. Renaud and Surette get back up. Steve Renaud Jr. with a 100 to 95 lead coming into string 2. Surette drops 6. Renaud drops 7. See that 4, 5, 7 again. Jeff with the 3, 5, 7, and 9. Only takes out 2. Renaud with about as favorable a spot as you're going to get with that wood, and he just catches that tip just a little too late. Renaud with the 10, Surette with the 9, so Renaud ups the lead to 6. Surette back in the pocket, gets them all. Surette finally gets the pins to behave for him. That's his first mark of the match. And Renaud gets the right side. The ball jumps over to get the 7. And Renaud checks out for a 10. So despite this being his first mark of the match, Surette can take the lead with the fill. Steve Renaud Jr. still maintaining his 6-pin lead. And Surette a little full drop 7. That ball will give him the lead. Renaud drops 6. He's got the 1, 6, 7, and 10. Looking to cut it over, and he's got it. Cuts the 3 into the 4, 2 in a row for Surette. Renaud's got the 6, 7, 10, looking a piece of wood over there. gets the 6 and the 10 for a 9. He's at 29 through 3. Meanwhile, Jeff Surette put together 2 in a row here. He's at 39 plus. Whatever he gets on this fill, he has a 5-pin lead. And he gets it back in the pocket and drops 8. He's got the 5 and 9. Renaud a little full. He's got a 2 and 2, 3-6 on the right, 4-7 on the left. Surette's got the 5 and 9. Shouldn't be a problem, and he's got it. 3 marks in a row for Jeff Surette. Renaud cherries out just the 3-pin. He's got 3 left. And Surette checks out 2 for a 9. He's at 38 through 4. But Jeff Surette now sitting at 57 in the ball. It only took him 12 boxes to get his first mark, but once he did, he's decided 1 wasn't enough. He strung off 3 in a row. Oh, and just as I say that, Jeff chops off a quarter Worcester, just the 2-pin. Renaud a little full, but gets a split to break up. He's got the 2-4. And Surette takes out just the 1-9 on his second ball. Renaud with a big cover in the 5th. He's at 48 in the ball. And Surette only with a 7 there. So that basically wipes out the mark. So even despite that, Surette up in the string, 65 to 48. But in the match, Steve Renaud Jr. sitting at 148. Jeff Surette at 160. He's got a 12-pin lead, minus whatever Renaud gets on that fill. So got a bit of a momentum swing as we head for the final 5. Nate drops 4. Baker dropping 8. So Nate's got a lot of work to do. He's down 37. And hits his object, but a little too light. And Baker makes use of the wood in the back. And gets the spare. Shawn Baker doing Shawn Baker things and threatening to run away with this. Nate only with a 7. So Shawn's going to add 3 more pins onto his lead. He's at 64 on the ball, Nate at 58. The lead is now 40 overall in the match. Nate buries it, hoping for the 4 to drop. It's wobbling. And it will not go. Catches a little bit of a break there as Baker only drops 4 on his spare. And Nate pretty much in must-make territory at this point. He covers it. Baker only the 1-8. Goes outside in the check mark for the 10 bucks. So Shawn Baker is 78 through 7 here in string 2. Nate leads 68 and a ball. Shawn Baker with a 44-pin lead. 3 boxes to go, minus 6. So Nate's got to make 38 pins up in the last 3 boxes. Lee's shooting at the 3, 6, 7, 10. He's got a couple pieces over on the left. At this point, I would imagine that's where he's going to go. They are touching. He could probably go around the stripe. He goes up top, leaves just the 6. Baker with the 2, 4, 6, and gets nothing. Yeah. Probably a good time for him to miss. It's not going to hurt. Nate covers the 10 box. He's at 84 through 8. Baker with a 9. That puts him at 87 through 8. So with 2 boxes to go, Shawn Baker sits at 221. Nate leaves 184. Nate's pretty much out of this at this point. And gets a spare. Baker with a pick here can basically lock it up, and he's got it. And that will do it. So, well, Shawn Baker's got a 37-pin lead. Plus the fills. Nate would have made a strike anyway, so only a 5 fill, that will do it. So coming in cold. Yeah. Coming in cold, no matter for Shawn Baker, as he will move on. Nate's just got the 10 pin left. Baker with the 3, 6, 7, and 10. So they will. That will do it. Shawn Baker with a 110. Nate leaves 108. So Shawn Baker moves on with a 244 to 208 victory. Meanwhile, Jeff Surette with a 12-pin lead, minus what Steve Renaud Jr. gets on this fill. Throw the good ball, he'll get it back into single digits. And that would certainly do it. 7 drop, not a great lead. He's got the 4, 7, 10. That'll knock it down to 5. Surette gets 1 extra pin to carry. He's got some wood to help. Oh, he was trying to get on the low end of the wood and gets by it. He was looking to catch the wood on the left end there and try to snap that back piece of wood over, but couldn't quite. Overshot it. Well, Surette's got the 7-10. And the ball still bouncing around. It's still on the deck. Ball gets the 10, the 7, but not the 10. Renaud with a 9 box. He's at 64 through 6. And that ball stayed on the deck, so that's gonna have to get taken out. Well, as I look around, don't know how the match is going, but I can see Dave Barber's at 111 through 7. He had a 94 half. Was sitting with a double and did nothing with it. Meanwhile, back here, Surette gets the 10. So he's at 75 through 6. Renaud Jr. at 64. The lead is 6 for the defending playoff champion. Renaud drops 7. Surette drops 9. Beautiful first ball. And the wood goes in the gutter. Renaud looking at the 3, 5, and 9. Gets the 5 and 9. And Surette picks the 8-pin clean for the spare. And Junior gets his 10. Now the lead remains at 6 overall, plus whatever Jeff gets on this fill. So through 17 boxes, Jeff Surette's sitting at 180 plus a ball. Steve Renaud Jr. 174. Renaud buries it. Drops 8. He's hoping for that front piece to get out of the way or at least flatten it out. Surette with a splash ball. Drops 8, leaves the 4-7 with a plank in front. Anywhere on the right half of that wood should cover. Renaud got what he wanted, just needs to fire at the 6. And that will not do it. Surette puts it on the strike, living a little dangerously there, but nonetheless, 2 marks in a row. And Renaud misses again for the 9 box. He's at 83 through 8 here in the second. Jeff Surette 103 plus a fill. So the lead in the match is 15. Jeff can just about put it away here. Renaud off to the right, drops 5. He's got 4 horsemen right in the 10. He's going to have, well, thought that one was going to roll in the gutter. Meanwhile, Jeff drops 8. Gets it to 111 through 8. Don't think this wood's going to help. He's going to have to shoot the head pin over. And that's all he's got left to shoot at, is he didn't hit it. And Surette goes outside, runs 3 in a row, and that's going to lock it up. Steve Renaud Jr. only at 92 through 9. Jeff Surette 121 on a ball. The overall lead in the match is 24 pins. So 4 fill on this ball will lock it up. But that will as well, as Renaud would have needed to strike out. And as matter as Surette gets the split to break up, drops 9, and it's official. Jeff Surette will move on. So we're going to need another runner here. Oh, nice shot by Bobby Whitcomb over on 21 there.
Another time. You guys can blame me.
Meanwhile, we got another tie. We got another tie over on 15 and 16. Keith Beaupre and Craig Holbrook. So 2 rounds, 2 ties. How about that? So Surette will take on the winner of that match. Surette will get the winner. Will get the winner of Keith Beaupre and Craig Holbrook, who, as I just mentioned, are about to head to a tiebreaker string. Surette gets a spare in the 10th, just for good measure. That'll be 4 marks in a row for Jeff Surette. Confidence is a fickle thing. Jeff shows his great talent. Has a no-mark 95 in the first string, and then he's gonna be in the 140s at an absolute minimum. And that 7 fill will put it at 147. So Jeff Surette with a 242 to 201 victory. 3 in a row in the first half, 4 in a row in the second half. Here's the final tally, official. So Shawn Baker moves on.
No.
And Jeff Surette moves on. Shawn Baker will take on the winner of Joey Lister and Matt Nichols. That match is wrapping up over on 15 and 16. So we'll on to the quarterfinals.